Pac-12 women's tennis tournament has been said it will be played from April 24th through 27th in Ojai, California, and all the times listed here are Pacific. And from the first round matches to the semifinal matches, it's like Pac12.com as in Pac-12.com or the Pac-12 Now app. While the championship is on the Pac-12 networks, and it's the last one of these. And yeah, there's only 11 teams in this sport because Oregon State doesn't have it. Title IX. And practically everyone except Washington State will have, everyone in this sport will have a new home because, as we all know, conference realignment happened, and Washington State's going to go to the WCC in this sport, while of course UCLA, Oregon, and Washington will go to the Big Ten next year. Cal and Stanford will go to the ACC, of course with SMU, but that's besides the point. And everybody else is going to the Big 12. Yeah, obviously Oregon State's not going to the Big 12, and they don't even have the sport. So now on April 24th, the 8th seed Utah will take on the 9th seed Colorado at 9 a.m. The 6th seed Washington will take on 11th seed Washington State at 3 p.m. The 7th seed Arizona will take on the 10th seed Oregon at noon. Now UCLA, the 1 seed, will take on either Utah or Colorado, while the 4 seed Cal will take on the 5 seed Arizona State at 9 a.m. Yeah, UCLA match, by the way, is at noon. Just want to double check I said that. The 3 seed USC will take on Washington or Washington State at 6 p.m. The 2 seed Stanford will take on either Arizona or Oregon, while obviously like the winners of the UCLA and Cal matches will play each other the next day at noon, while the winners of the USC and Stanford matches will play at 3 p.m. And the winners of the semifinal matches obviously play on April 27th at 2 p.m. So, and I'm going to explain the importance here. As we all know, the cut line is 42 teams right now. And Arizona, even though Arizona would not be in right now. Like, yeah, I know projected rankings, they have them at 41, but when you do all the tiebreaker rules, like number of top 50 wins head to head, strength of schedule, and common opponents, they would fall. They would fall short in those categories. So Arizona really is desperate. They have to find a way to win the Oregon match first. And that would be a bad loss if they do. Because Utah, Oregon, Colorado, and Washington State don't have a chance to make in Washington State don't have a chance to make the NCAA tournament unless they win the college tournament. And obviously, if Arizona, they could technically play themselves in if they beat Oregon and then Stanford. Beat both those teams, I think you're in. But how likely is it they're going to beat Stanford when you know Stanford is really strong this year? And I know they're a 2 seed here, but they're ranked number 3 in the country. But then again, upsets do happen. So, yeah. And forget Washington and Arizona State being host sites. So they're really just playing for get more resume boosting wins. And right, Stanford, I as long as they avoid a bad loss, even with the bad loss, I think they'll still be okay for a top 8. But definitely, if they win that first round match, and we all know they're probably going to play USC. No offense to Washington or Washington State, but if USC wins that match, Stanford becomes an important match for USC because they're trying to find a way to play themselves up to a top 8 seed, because they could technically pass Texas. I mean, if they win And obviously, winning the whole conference tournament would really help USC out and Cal out to be top 8 seeds. I think Stanford, no matter what, is safe. It's just they're going to be safe for a top 8 seed no matter what. It's just a matter of how far up can they go, because I don't know if they're going to be able to surpass Michigan and all this. But then again, the Big Ten doesn't have a ton of points. Yeah, just a few. They're just like less than 3 points behind. Little under that. Obviously, if Stanford wins the whole thing, I think they could then play themselves up to a 2 seed. But this is also assuming Michigan doesn't win the Big Ten tournament, which I don't know how likely that is. It's really just them and Ohio State. No offense. It's just... And really, like I said, like USC, Cal, UCLA, to try to keep them play themselves to a top 8 spot. And right now, UCLA would be in the top 8. They would be. But they really do need to make sure to get to the championship. Then, no matter what, I think they should be safe for top 8. Then I think they would be safe if they just get to the championship. But obviously, winning the championship, you're guaranteed that. Especially if you get to play like Cal and they beat Cal. I mean, then you're in. But obviously, if UCLA loses to Cal, I think Cal could very well jump to a top 8. I think they could. But I don't know how much of the points would it boost. But the thing is, on the projected rankings, UCLA is number 8, Cal is number 10. So I think those two will flip-flop, because or get close to it. So yeah, like I said, Arizona, you gotta find a way to beat Stanford. But first things first, you gotta win your first round match. Because if you lose, you're definitely out of the NCAA tournament. But obviously, you win, you give yourself another a shot at it. But can you beat Stanford? That's the biggest bugaboo for them. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So, make money out this. Of course, liking the video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see. Share the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button, read the notification bell as well.